So I recently got my hands on the Arduino R4 Minima, and the first thing I noticed was how big the chip was compared to the number of pins on the side. So naturally I had to check the schematics to realize that there were tons of unused GPIO pins, additional serial ports, RTC battery pin. Essentially, I felt like this MCU deserved a much better treatment, so I decided to completely redesign it. On the USB side, there was no fuse, so I've added a ferrite bead with a polyfuse, a power switch, and a 3.3 voltage regulator. I didn't change anything on the microcontroller itself, apart from just defining the missing pins, and then I broke some of them out to the standard Arduino pinout, and the rest went into ports such as stemma connectors, PMW, or R2C. Due to the sheer amount of pins left, I've added 5 buttons, a microphone, 7 LEDs, an LDR, and a screen. Everything fit nicely-ish on a 2-layer PCB board, which I've just sent off to JLC PCB and got it after in a few weeks. Because I'm lazy, I got it fully assembled, and all I had to do is just solder the screen on these tiny little pins on the back. Soldering it was pretty easy. I got it on in probably about a few minutes, just added some solder and just kept brushing until all the shorts disappeared and cleaned it. Looks pretty good. Yeah, no need to check. Before I sent software on it, I needed to extend the R4 Minima's variant files, so I found variant.cpp and included the ports that I've added, and then taken its chronological number, you add it in the pins arduino.h. Pretty much did it for absolutely all the pins, buttons, ADCs. This allowed me to address them normally like you would in an Arduino IDE. Then I realized I made a mistake and had to ship it off back to JLC PCB. After flashing the correct bootloader, I got my first blinking LED. The screen worked fine, even though I forgot pull-up resistors. I managed to boot it up, and I don't know if it runs Doom, but it runs Space Trash.
Hey, hello.
For some reason, R4 Minima had no stemma connectors, but I'm glad this one does because I can display all the sensors with just one cable. All of this added just $2 to the total BOM costs, and it's no reason for it this big. I managed to squeeze it on this tiny little board, which is the same as R4 Minima. Even though these boards cost about the same, this one has a screen, an LDR, 5 buttons, 7 LEDs, a microphone with an amplifier, a power switch. These slots here are to position your multimeter, as well as double rails to, I don't know, put a pull-up resistor or something without a breadboard and not having to squeeze everything in a single hole. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.